definitely kind of anxious about this one. Hello, today is September 5th and we are in Portland, Oregon, and it is the day before Rose City Comic Con. So I have never been to Portland, I've never been to Rose City Comic Con, I've never even done a convention on the West Coast before, so this is a lot of new things for me. So I am very nervous and I've already like low-key made a lot of mistakes already, but we will roll with all the punches. But so far today, pretty chill day. Got to spend the day in Oregon. Walked around, did some shopping. I learned that Oregon has 0 sales tax, which is like a crazy concept to me. So I was buying a few things. I was eating my way around. But there was like this cute little area where there was all these like little food stalls and there's like so much variety, but I got these like Japanese sandos from this one stall. So this one is the chicken katsu sando. Oh, actually I got pork and it looks really good. And then this one's the egg salad one. I'm saving this one for tomorrow when I am hungry for breakfast, but I'll give it a taste test. Like there's a cute little seating area out there, but it is actually literally the hottest day in September in Portland, like in forever. So I was like, I'm gonna retreat into my hotel room. But this looks so good. It's so crunchy. Yeah, I flew in today at, I got here around noon, but I woke up in my time zone, my East Coast time zone at 5 a.m. to get here. So really it was like 9 hours of travel time, but I took a nice fat nap on that plane. It was great. Portland is kind of nice. It's like interesting vibes. It's very different than like what I'm used to. Very hipster, very artsy. A really nice thing about Rose City Comic Con is that they had a little welcome party for the Artist Alley, which like I've never had happen for us. It was sponsored by Wacom. They had like charcuterie. You could use like the tablets and stuff. They had drinks. It was kind of great actually. And you can go and pick up your badge. So that was really fun. I also went to Powell's Books, which is like the largest independently owned bookstore in America. So that was really cool. It was just like floors and floors of books. They had all kinds of books, non-fiction, manga, fiction, cooking books, whatever you wanted. It was really cool. And then I also went to Kinokuniya because we don't have one of those where I live. So got to see all that like nice merch and stuff. I'm kind of nervous about how this convention's gonna go. Again, I did kind of make a lot of mistakes and spent a lot more money to go to this convention than I probably should have. One, I accidentally forgot to book a return flight. I only booked a one-way for some reason, like months in advance when I got accepted to the convention. So I had to book the return flight like couple weeks ago. It was a lot more expensive than it would have been if I just booked it a couple months ago when I got accepted. So that was a mistake on my part. I also forgot to look for a roommate for my hotel until the last minute. So I paid for the hotel room all by myself, which is fine. But like, again, this is my first West Coast convention. So like, I probably should have like dialed it back a little bit just to make sure I'm in a bit of a safer zone, but we shall see how that goes. I am kind of nervous, but yeah, I am excited. It is my first time in Portland, first time in the West Coast doing a convention, so hopefully I reach a new audience and people like my stuff. Packing for this convention was definitely a journey because I have only flown for a convention like one time before, so I just like wasn't really sure how to pack everything, and I was like packing everything in and then weighing it with a luggage scale. If you do conventions, I think a luggage scale is going to be your best friend, because if your bag is over 50 pounds, you definitely will get charged like $100 and you do not want to pay for that. But this is kind of how I have packed my luggages. I don't know if this is super optimal, but this is just how I did it and it made its way through. So I guess we're good on that. So all my grid cubes are like wrapped up in my tablecloth just to like make sure they don't bounce around too much. I know a lot of people ship their grid cubes in advance or like order them on Amazon and then return them like after the convention, because that's definitely a lot cheaper because they're very heavy and you could use this like luggage space for more merch, but I don't know, I just brought them with me. In here we just have more display stuff. I have my wooden display racks and that kind of thing, my banner and some other things. And this one, it's mostly merch, so I keep this one in the original case that I normally travel with, but I took all these ones out of the case that I normally keep them in into like a plastic bag to like keep the weight down a bit. And then I have some bucket hats here. Ugh. These are really heavy because they're like metal keychains. Those are my bottle opener keychains. Prints here. And then more display stuff. Stickers. And then like the small prints here. I know some people like will print their prints when they get to their destination so they don't have to like carry them all, but again, like I don't really fly to conventions very often, so like I didn't really know what was the best for me, but this is just how I did it. If you have any other suggestions of how to maybe possibly make this easier, like just I'm definitely open to them. Lugging these two almost 50-pound luggages around was definitely a really big struggle to do by yourself, so I wish I could have brought someone, but everyone was pretty busy this weekend because last weekend was Labor Day weekend and most of my friends are like very tired because we all went to like a music festival together, so.
So Rose City Comic Con happens in Portland, Oregon, and it happens from September 6th to the 8th this year. I really didn't know what to expect coming here, but I just decided to like take a leap of faith on it. Since I tend to get pretty mixed results when it comes to Comic Cons, I always tend to do a lot better at anime convention. But when I got accepted, I thought, you know, I've never been to Portland, I've never been to the West Coast for a convention, so I might as well try it out. And at least I'll definitely learn a lot from it. But I've been building my displays a little bit different now. I still build them on the ground like before, but I don't put up all the panels with all my display items on it just yet, just to make it lighter to be able to put onto the table a lot easier. Because before, I was having problems where it would like collapse when I tried to lift it onto the table. I also put some zip ties in between these sections to add some more like stability. These ones are like silicone reusable ones, but I kind of don't really like these. I might get like the Velcro ones because these ones are a little like hard to use, but they definitely worked well. But I didn't record audio for this part for some reason, but I'm basically going over my display. Looking about the same as before. I brought like the smaller display racks for my prints because they kind of don't fit in my luggage, the larger one that I have. And then I brought another dish rack to like put to the extra prints that I had on. But I do put all my display stuff in my bio if you're interested. All stickers, pins, bottle opener keychains. I did break the little tab that I used to attach my Suncatcher display onto, so I just used some packing tape and taped that up real nice. Tape is always useful when you go to conventions, just in case things happen. But yeah, slowly more and more stuff for the display. I got these new keychains from Konosuba, Megumi, and Aqua, and they're double-sided, which were super cute. I liked how they turned out. One side has the eye patch, one side doesn't for Megumi. And then I just put all my prints on top. But yeah, that's the 6-foot display. So the convention opened a little bit ago, around an hour ago, and I've made 2 sales so far, which is nice. I'm definitely really nervous about this convention because I've never flown to the West Coast for a convention, and it's also like the most money I've spent to go to a convention for reasons that are kind of my fault. I kind of messed up on my flights and hotel, and I also didn't bring enough keychain stock, so we'll see how that goes. Definitely kind of anxious about this one, but we'll see how this goes. And if it doesn't go well, at least I visited Portland for the first time and had a good time.
Okay, I'll get 4 stickers.
Yeah. And then cash or card?
Card, please.
Yep. So 4 stickers. Total's gonna be $10. You can tap or insert here. There you go.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks.
So it's around 6:30 and there's about an hour and a half left. I am so hungry. I did not bring enough snacks. I didn't bring any snacks actually. That was definitely a misstep on my part because I'm here by myself. So I'm just gonna wait it out until dinner time, I guess. So far it's been alright. It's been a Friday. It's about what I expected for a Friday. I feel like with Comic Cons, like when I did Awesome Con, it was like pretty much the same, but like Saturday was like a lot better. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. I really want to go back and eat.
Good morning. Today is Saturday, day 2 of Rose City Comic Con, and I'm about to go leave for the convention. But I guess the nice thing about Portland is that their public transportation system is very easy to use. You just hop on the little tram, and it can go straight to the convention center, depending on where like your hotel is. But my hotel was like downtown, so it's really easy to go to and from the convention center just by using the tram. Of course, I took an Uber to get there with all my stuff because I did not want to lug all that stuff onto a tram. But day 1 was okay. It was about what I expected for a Comic-Con. As I've done more conventions, I start to see like trends within like what kind of conventions I do. And for Comic-Cons, day 1 is kind of like, it's alright. Day 2, of course, is better, as for most conventions are, but the numbers align kind of with other Comic-Cons, which is nice to know, but also it kind of reinforces that maybe going to this convention and spending a lot of money to go to this convention was not my brightest idea. But we shall see how today goes. But of course, lesson learned. We'll see. I had my pad thai from the yesterday. I was so hungry. I DoorDashed like a shit ton of like Thai food. I got curry and pad thai. Now I have lots of pad thai for lunch today. It'll be cold, but it's still good.
But Saturday morning, I took the tram line into the convention center, and I really love this view, all the rivers and bridges. But when I got to the convention center on Saturday, there definitely seemed to be a lot more people out and about. There's a pretty big line of people waiting to get into the convention center from outside, and there was like a band playing outside the Artist Alley entrance, which was really cool. But yeah, I definitely had to wade through the crowd to get into the Artist Alley in the morning for Saturday. So it's around 3:30 on day 2, and so far I've hit yesterday's numbers, which is good, but I still haven't broken even, which is but that is my fault. But overall, vibes are good. People are really nice. I definitely think I will break even eventually, but I think the profits will be a little slim, but that's okay. That's kind of my fault. But yeah, vending by myself has been kind of tough. Like, underestimating how much I want to eat. Hello. I already ate all the food that I brought, and it's only 3:30 and this ends at 7, so I don't know, but we'll slug it out. So I took some shots of the crowd level on Saturday when I had time. There's definitely a lot more people than Friday, but it kind of didn't translate into sales for me personally. For a Saturday, I would normally expect to make like double what I made on Friday, but I kind of didn't make that much. I made like 30% more. So yeah, another lesson in just because there's a lot of people doesn't mean you'll make a lot of sales. There's just so many factors that go into these kinds of things. Like the big guests that they had this year were Star Wars guests, and I don't really have any Star Wars things, so lots of people would probably just pass by my booth. I'm really learning that your target audience isn't everybody. Sometimes your art doesn't appeal to the core demographic of some convention, so it's really up to you to research that kind of thing. But after the convention, I went to like the same food cart plaza that I went to the first day I was in Portland, and today they just happened to have like a concert, so that was cool. I got like a beer and I listened to the music for a bit. It's not 100% my music, but I was like, you know, when I see people perform it, I'm like, hell yeah, you know. But I took my burger back to my hotel because I was tired, and it was really bomb. It was like a smash burger, but they smashed it with like bacon bits and onions, and it was like super crispy on the edges. My Uber driver said that the food carts were definitely a Portland thing. Definitely recommend this place as well. It was super yummy. So today is the last day of Rose City Comic Con, so of course in the morning I had to go around and do some shopping. Because I'm by myself, like the morning is like the only time I get to buy things. So I just want to show off a few things that I bought. I got this super cute claw clip and this little cute side-up jet tag from Neko Oi. And because like not everyone here is here in the morning, so I kept like circling around the booths that I wanted to like buy things from before we had to open. I was like, I hope they come in early, but I got this. I'll put it in my hair now. It's so cute. It's just a little guy. And then I also got a super cute magic cart pin. It's upside down. Wait, no. There we go. From Alchemy Art Group. Love this. It's like a little taiyaki in magic carp. Super cute. But yeah, hopefully Sunday is good. I'm sure I already see a lot of like Sunday only badges, so that's a good sign. I think lots of people would probably pick Sunday if they had to go one day. Like, of course Saturday would be the most popular day, but then like I think Sunday would also be a pretty popular day because it would be a lot more chill than Saturday, because Saturday definitely was pretty crowded, but we shall see. So we are done. Overall, like sometimes it'd be like, because at other conventions these two are my best sellers, but then like at this convention it wasn't. So
attention Rose City Comic Con attendees, it is 5 o'clock and that concludes 2024 of Rose City Comic Con. Please make your way towards the exits and make your final purchases.
but overall, prints were actually my best seller, and then also stickers. I sold out of the little cat water bottle sticker, this one, and I also sold out of the Tiger Mom sticker, which is nice. And then the best-selling pin was Boba pin. But yeah, overall, oh, and then I also sold out of Gojo Cats, but that was my fault because I just didn't bring enough, like always. But overall, interesting. You can never tell what's going to be your best seller from convention to convention, but I think I learned a lot from this convention. I'm home from Rose City Comic Con, and let's kind of go over how it went. Today I met this lovely artist, and they run Biscuit Floof. So they had a pin for the Pinpalooza for Rose City Comic Con, and it's a little samoyed, and their business card is literally a photo card of their dog. So cute. First of all, getting home was big struggle. I don't know why, it was just like L after L, but like at the end of the con, I packed all my stuff, I put everything away, and I was already kind of feeling a bit down because like I didn't make that much money, but I was like, you know what, I came to Portland, I had a good time, it's all good, I tried it out, I tried something new, gotta give myself credit for that kind of thing. And I got to check out a new city, which is fun. But when I got an Uber to go back to my hotel to drop my stuff off, my Uber driver was like, I don't know, like normally when you have like a bunch of bags, like your Uber driver will come out and help you. But this time they didn't, and I was like, it's okay, I'm a big girl, I can put my stuff in the trunk, whatever. And I tried to put it in the trunk, but his trunk was like broken, so like the door of the trunk would like come down even though like you pushed it up. Normally if you push it up, it'll like kind of like stay in place, but it kind of like slammed down onto my forehead and it left a dent in my forehead. And I was like, oh, this is my last straw. And I started to cry, and I was like, ugh. But it's okay. You know, I got dinner, that was nice. And then they said my flight was delayed by 2 hours, and I was like, okay. So I just hung out in Portland airport till 2 a.m., which was fun. Well, it's not the worst, because Portland airport is actually very nice. Like, I was like, this is one of the nicest airport I've ever been. And like, I don't know, maybe I just got lucky, but all the TSA officers were very nice as well. But anyway, that was the whole thing. And then when I finally got home, I was just so freaking tired. Yeah, traveling cross country is not for the faint of heart. But anyway, overall, I did not do that well at Rose City Comic Con. But some of those factors were definitely my fault. So first of all, when I first initially got accepted, I was like, okay, gotta book all my accommodations and stuff. So I booked a hotel and I booked my flights. But what I didn't realize is I actually didn't book a return flight, and I didn't realize I didn't book this return flight until like 2 weeks ago. So it was super expensive to book the return flight. It cost me like around $300 to $400 for one way. So because I had bags and all that stuff, and I was also like super late on it, so that was a whole thing. So that definitely cut into my profits. I also did not find a roommate for this convention because I was lazy about posting, trying to find one, that I just never found one. And I paid for the whole hotel by myself, which is like, it's nice to be by yourself sometimes, but it's just like, I think I should try to cut down on the costs of this convention a bit. And then third, I think it was just a mismatch of a customer mismatch. Comic-Cons already, like I don't do as well as like anime conventions. Yeah, definitely at the convention, it felt like more people were looking for like comic products and stuff. And I thought I would do probably like the same numbers as AwesomeCon, which I did earlier this year, which is kind of like the same vibes. They had like the Star Wars voice actors and all that stuff, but I definitely did a lot worse, not a lot, but worse than AwesomeCon. So so let's go over the numbers. So this is actually the most I've ever spent to go to a convention, which was not probably the smartest decision for me because it's not like a guaranteed convention that I think I would have done like super duper well. But I did want to try it out, and by the time I realized the flight mistake, I kind of felt like I was in a little too deep, so I still wanted to go. And I've never been to Portland, so I was like, yeah, just try it out. The table cost for the standard table was $375, which is pretty standard pricing for a lot of Comic-Cons. Hotel, I got a hotel downtown, which was nice because it was super easy access by the Max like tram line. So I took public transportation to the con most days, which definitely helped bring down a lot of costs. And that was $427. My flight total was $511, which is a lot. I'm flying from the DC area, so it definitely is a long flight. I think if I booked my flight right when I got accepted, it definitely would have been a lot cheaper, at least like $200 cheaper, to be honest. But I didn't, so that was my mistake. And then Ubers, like public transportation, all that ended up to be around $100. The Uber from the airport was like the most expensive Uber. So in total, my expenses came out to around $1,414, which is like a lot. And my total revenue was $1,692, which comes out to a profit of $278. I did not count how much food I ate in Portland because, you know, that's different for everyone. But if you want to count that, maybe it was like 180 in profit. Like, I don't know. But yeah, definitely not worth going for me. But I'm still grateful to have broken even at least, you know. At least that's better than in the red. But for all the work, flying over, packing all my stuff, setting up, and I was also by myself, which was like rough. I definitely don't think this is a convention that I would do again next year. Which is like, honestly, like something fine to learn, you know, like you gotta like sometimes try things out, see how they go for you, so you know for next time, like, I'm not gonna do this one, or I'm gonna put my focus into like something else. But overall, as a convention, very well organized. Staff were very nice. They came in and checked on us. We had that little Wacom pre-party with all the little hors d'oeuvres and snacks and stuff. So that was really nice. My art style and my products just wasn't really connecting with like the audience of the convention, which is fine. It's not gonna be a hit every time. I've definitely learned like it's mostly anime conventions is what I should be aiming for. Yeah, I recommend this convention if you can keep your costs really low. And if you maybe sell more like comic focused stuff, or even like original art does well too. Maybe not like for like kawaii focused like art styles, but I don't know. Yeah, I would not fly to this convention again because definitely that flight cost ate up a lot of the money. But yeah, you learn. I hope you can take my mistakes and learn from them yourself. But yeah, overall, I had a good time, like vibe-wise, very nice people. Portland was very nice to visit. I wish it wasn't literally 100 degrees out when I came, but that's how it goes. But yeah, if you found this video helpful, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.